name is Shaurya Srivastava and you are watching Shaurya's Code. This is the third video of the tutorial of the Python, and if you haven't watched the first and the second video, the description is in the link below, and I will suggest you to close this video and first see the first part of the tutorial, then the second part, then come to this video, or else you won't understand anything. So where was I? Yeah, I was explaining you about this button, and I will explain you about the command again, because if you have confusion or you haven't seen the end part. So the command is when you will click the button, it will call the add friend function. Means this function will happen. So yes, now like I told you in the first video that the enter name place where x equal to 0.5, rel y equal to 0.2 and anchor equal to center. This is for means giving the position like this to this input. Like that we will give the position to the button. So the rel y, which I said is type of a latitude, we will means work on that. So like rel x equals to like this, like the latitude, and sorry, rel y is for longitude, like the longitude. So rel y equals to longitude type like this, means a vertical line. So we need to move it a bit down from the input, but on the same position as the latitude type, means relative x coordinates. So it would remain 0.5 and it will change to 0.3, which is slightly down than the text input, which is 0.2. The anchor center is for aligning it to the center. You will see this button is now done. Now the button this is done, and now using this we can add a friend like let me add a name like Vihan. Sorry, I added Vihan, so let me add it like V1. See, it is coming like that. You can add like now like Arjun, like that. So this is also working now. Now comes this friend list dot place. This friend list is a label. Now we have to place the label also, or else how will it display? This label should be placed, right? Am I correct? Yes, I am right. So this friend list dot place, again it will be a bit slight down than the button. So the y coordinate or the relative y will change. So it would be 0.4. Except that everything same. Now for the button 1, which I have given as a the name or the variable, is storing the button root, and who is your lucky friend, means basically this button. And this button, you can see who is a lucky friend is coming. Then the command is random number. Now as I told, command will call that function when it is given. So command is random number, which will display your lucky friend, and this at which position is this. So like this too. So now before I leave, I want to tell that if you are my friend and watching this, don't get sad if your name didn't come. It is just a random number. This doesn't mean that I am not your friend. So this is an app, not the reality. So now let me be back. So now we have done with that. Now we will add the random number label, which is storing this 2 for now 4. Then lucky friend, the random number label would, the relative x would be same, anchor would be same, and it would be a slightly down than relative y. So it means the button one was at 0.5, so this would be 0.6. The lucky friend one is the same, just it would the relative y would be 0.7. Now, if you have done every code and missed a single line of code, that is root.main loop, what can be the answers? What can you think of? You can think of like somebody might say that what will happen? Nothing will happen. It is just a one line code, not even a one line completely. Or somebody will say just a small code. What can I do? I have written such a big code. It will surely work. But whatever you think. But you are wrong. Why? Ask. So, you are wrong because this root.main loop is the main part. If you don't write this this small code, nothing is going to work. Because this file will not open only. Let me show you once. Like, when I remove this, now play. See? This run file, everything is working. Right? But this is not responding. Why? Because that single line of, not even the complete line of code, matters a lot in this. A lot. Without that, nothing is going to work. Means even if your code is right, it will not display over here. And after this large code and this hard work, as we say that if we work hard, we will get good things in our life. So after so much hard work, we have successfully made a complete app using Python. So you can share this video to your friends and make them learn Python too. Means if you don't want to share, don't share. I am not telling you to share so that my views are more. I am telling so that your friends and this world can learn Python using YouTube. So if you're still not clear, I will suggest you to go and join a coding class. And if you don't want to be unconnected, from now I will share some tutorials videos so that you can also learn. Now Python is completed. Now I know that Python will be a bit hard understanding, so I will soon give the HTML, JavaScript and CSS that concepts too. And when you will understand that concepts, it's a bit hard. Means harder than Python. But if you understand those, Python would be very, very easy for you. Because Python was created by Jude Van Rossum or G.V. Rossum as his hobby project, and he wanted to make the project that language easier, so he used simple languages like the command and def, which is definition, and the label. These are easier, right? Simple languages in comparing to the HTML, because the HTML has like on click start, then like this for H3 for the head and like that. So those are a bit more complicated type, a bit hard, not complicated, but So he made this easier. I don't know why he named it as circle. Why he named it as Python? He named it as Python because while creating that hobby project, he was reading this comedy book, that is Monty Python's Flying Circus. So that is the reason he named it as Python. Cool, isn't it? So yeah, now you have created your first Python project. If you haven't created before, you can test it by adding names like your friends' names, like that. So, and if any error comes, sure, you can try to experiment it and come over the error. And sometimes the error comes, you can restart the kernel, like going to this consoles and restart kernel. Yes, this will help you. Now I've restarted the kernel, and now you saw it was showing an error. Now if I write, see, it's working. And you can overcome this error when you practice more and more. So now it is for you that whom do you choose? That don't share it with your friends because you think that it will increase my views, or share it with your friends because you think that it will help them learn Python, which I suggest you the second one. Not because of that it will increase my views or subscription and others, but instead they will learn Python. And if you don't understand this Python, as I said, you can join any class, or after when I will share more tutorials, you can match something and create something that I have still not created. Use your brain, be protected, do coding, learn Python and other languages, and create something awesome. So stay with Shaurya's Code. And love coding. Subscribe my channel if you haven't. Like and share it to others. Thank you. I prefer coding.